Tasmania show.
Tasmania show.
Tasmania show.
Tasmania show.
Tasmania show.
Tasmania show.
You already know what it is.
Oh, yeah.
Wagwan gang, back in this thing, and if you really gang, bang that like button. If you like the vibes, subscribe. If you don't have good energy, keep your ass inside. You're tuned into the Tasmania Show with Taz Tikoon, brought to you by Tazzy's Baddies. And today, we talking about 50 Cent and Rick Ross again. I think once a week on my channel, we're talking about them in some capacity. But since the Set in Stone album dropped with Rick Ross, and every week it just seems like they're just going back and forth. And Rick Ross said that he's trying to go viral this week. So his nemesis for the week is 50 Cent, and him talking about the show and Eminem and him being loyal to the white man instead of the black woman. I don't understand that component of it. Like, why are we throwing the white man and the black woman into the race thing? We just gonna get into Rick Ross trying to go viral this week.
I saw you making excuses of why you was kicked off the shows, blamed it on the black woman. She's the creator, she wrote it. It's her show. Ghost was her show, Kanan was her show. She gave you $3,500 an episode. Just to do little posts and all that. Be loyal to the black woman the way you are to Eminem. She gave you an opportunity. But I heard you say you finna release new music with Eminem and Tupac. Hey, boy, Pac been dead 30 years. Let the man rest in peace. And Eminem, come on now. Come on. Come on, Curtis. Put them shoes out, let them flop. And do your Tony Yayo, Lloyd Banks remix, baby. Come on, baby.
I am so tired of this shit. Like I said, I don't know like who's in these people's corners, but like when I see these grown ass men get on the phone and say, I'm trying to go viral this week. It's like the fact that Rick Ross started the video with just saying like, yo, I'm trying to go viral this week. It's like, okay, your album just dropped. 50 Cent has been coming at everybody for years. His 48 Laws of Power, 50th Law, his strategy and what he's doing. But now with Rick Ross, it was like, it felt like the biggest boss is doing a lot of chatty patty shit right now. I don't remember Rick Ross doing this much talking. It's a lot. Like, you bringing up his sneakers, like the G-Unit sneakers, they're coming back. Like, okay, cool. The G-Unit sneakers coming back. He's got shit going on with his TV show, Shreveport. Like, you know, what I don't get is this narrative. At the end of the day, 50 Cent is killing it on television. He has several television shows, and no matter what people say, he's going to be like, I have a #1 show and your album didn't sell shit, Rick Ross. No matter what, he's going to go, you got Wingstops and you got Bel Air, but I'm on television. I'm all in the algorithm. So it's like, no matter what. And I really wondered to myself, do y'all think Rick Ross be at home watching 50 Cent TV shows? Like, I just don't get it. But he's going on to basically just call out the TV show, right? And my thing is this, like, I'm not gonna lie, like when it comes to the TV show shit with 50, his involvement from Coca-Cola, like 50 has always been able to rebrand himself. And even when he was doing this shit, when he was doing films with Robert De Niro, Redbox DVDs, like 50, this isn't something new for him. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, to say that that woman gave him a shot, from what I know about television, 50 Cent's the executive producer. So all of the, like, we wouldn't, and this is no shade to Courtney Kemp. I'm not saying that she didn't have any type of thing, but that's the yin and the yang that comes in with having an executive producer. It's like, I have this really, really great show, and I'm going to use your name as leverage to be able to, it's like getting signed to a record deal. But we're going to basically get into 50 Cent breaking down the whole shit with the show, Power, and I'm not going to lie, it gets me upset. It gets me upset. I'm upset because hearing about why the like Ghost is gone. Like, I might be personalizing this shit because I be in the Power universe. You know what I'm saying? 50, Green Light Gang, I'm trying to be in the show. What bothers me is it makes me think about the Bulls and the bull from the Bulls, the Jerry nigga that his ego got bigger than the program, or Michael Jackson. It's about all these things that you hear about. So it's in the back end. It's like, why did Ghost have to die, Kanan? It's like hearing all this personal shit when ego gets involved. It's crazy.
Awkward for the writer, for the showrunner, because she felt like it was registering as a 50 Cent show instead of her show. And that turned into, it got weird with her behaviors and the things that was going on behind the scenes with her. And then it also was friction between her and Amari. because he was feeling like he was the lead and the star of the show. So she was having a problem with anybody who was leading the show because she felt like it was her show, like it was hers. And it was a show rightfully as a writer, but he is the star of the show. Omari would have died. Ghost Must Die, he would have died where Kanan died, that much earlier. She planned to kill Omari's character off right there. And I'm like, nah. I could feel how the general public was feeling about it, and I knew that was not the right decision. And I was saying, well, she said, well then, if he doesn't die, something has to happen, something big has to happen. And I'm like, me, like kill my character. Like, I got other shit to do. I could go be 50 Cent and
This shit is irritating me. Just on a sidebar tip with the Power universe, I know exactly what 50 talking about when he's talking about the scene when Ghost and Kanan got into that fight. And then I think that we thought that Kanan died in the fire, but he ended up in DC with Jukebox. Like I said, I'm real like all into the shit. Now Raising Kanan just ended. That was a whole different, like I love the storyline. I would say first and foremost, shout out to the writers and the writers room and everything that's going on. Even like watching Lena Waithe, like I swear I need to be in the writer's room. Sometimes I'm ended up writing the scripts to the end of some of my favorite shows. But hearing what 50 Cent is saying, like think about like, do y'all remember like when Good Morning America, you seen Tommy, you see Ghost, you see Tasha, you see Lala, you see everybody. And then you start to see certain things on the show. Like Omari Hardwick, like when we think about Power, it was Ghost. Yes, if Courtney Kemp wrote the show, and if this is the truth of it, right? It's like almost where a Kevin McCall writes songs for Chris Brown, but he wants to be the Chris Brown. Or a Carrie Hilson, and I'm not saying this isn't no shot at any of the songwriters that want to become the artists, but it's like, okay, if this is all of the reason why we lost some of our favorite characters, like hearing that she wanted to kill Ghost because he was bigger than the show, it's like you got 50 Cent, like, yo, my thing is that the writers, their credit is in the credits. And if you're not out and doing the press runs, and if that's what the case was with Courtney, and Courtney wanted to be with the cast, the actors are the ones that develop, that deliver the script. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, I don't know. It just it's bothering me to hear like that. That's why like usually it's always ego that fucks up the art. And I'm not saying that it's Courtney's fault. It's a lot of different, too many chefs in the kitchen, whatever. But 50 is like, yo, like kill me off the show. If he's saying that he was the executive producer and he took a pay cut and they're saying kill 50 off the show instead of Ghost, I guess that's why we got what we got. But maybe at that time, Courtney's probably thinking to herself like, yo, like, well, we need 50 Cent because he's the executive producer. If we kill Ghost, it's weird. But we're going to get into this clip of 50 Cent basically talking about all the sacrifices that he took to keep the show going because he didn't really want Ghost to die.
I took a pay cut to be there the entire time that I was on that show. Like that, I was being paid in the very beginning $17,000 per episode, while executive producing the show, being the music supervisor, pretty much, for then doing the theme song and all the promotion and publicity. It wasn't until the third season that they would accept the show on Good Morning America without me being there. I'm technically the star of Power until I introduced everybody to it, and then Omari Hardwick turned into the star of Power.
Do you agree with them killing Ghost?
I wouldn't have killed him. The shit could still been running if it was right now. It just was creatively a decision that she made because she was not feeling him no more. It turned into almost hatred to him.
Just made me so fucking angry on the Power universe. Like, for one, we never saw Ghost in the casket, so maybe he can come back out. I know Tommy is linking up with Tariq from Force in Chicago. They going back to New York. Like I feel like this is my life. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. Like, you can't tell me shit when it comes to the Power universe. But if that is the case, and that's why the fuck this show ended, yo, that's drawn. Like, why the fuck do we have to do that? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's so many, like, even in The Shy, when Jake's brother got killed, it's like, can he just come back? Like, this shit is crazy because now Courtney Kemp not even writing for the show. It's like, damn, like, good basketball, good sports dynasties. It's like when nobody's bigger than the program. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, yo, from 50 to being like, yo, like, that was her creative control. So if it's like, yo, I'm going to write you, like, yo, I'm not going to hold you. Like, I don't know if that's what it's like when it's on a TV show. Like, let's say you hate somebody, you in the room, and then you come in and they just write you off. Like, nigga, I'm killing you off this motherfucking show. Fuck you. Like, is that how it gets? Niggas will kill you? Like, niggas won't kill you in real life, but they'll kill you off the fucking camera? Now they cut your check. Like, damn, does the writers write the check and cut the check? And like that, you want to make sure that you stay on the writer's good side. But before we get out of here, we're going to listen to Courtney Kemp, because Courtney Kemp is now at Netflix doing her thing. And she basically just talked about how COVID just impacted the shows, and there was too many shows, and she's just happier to be at Netflix doing her thing now.
Just so everybody knows, I am now working at Netflix and developing new shows, and it was time. It was time for me to move on and do something else. I've said this in interviews before, but I'm happy to explain it again. The job of putting 3 shows on the air at once during COVID was just air traffic control. It was just like budget talks and like, are we going to build a set? How are we going to do COVID? It wasn't writing. It wasn't writing. It wasn't creating. It was all this like pressure, and I didn't want to do it anymore. I have to be honest with you. I didn't want to do that part. I just want to make stuff up. I'm a writer. I love you guys, and I love coming up with things, and putting them all on was like, you know what, at some point you do have to think about self-care.
I ain't gonna hold you. Courtney didn't say shit about 50. She seemed to take a very higher road. Her reason being is that, it was like, and two things can be true at the same time. 50 is saying that they had creative differences or whatever. She's like, I gotta build sets and I gotta do all this other shit, and at the end of the day, I just wanna make shit up. And so who knows that if there is something underlying with that statement. What if she's like, I'm a writer. Like, I want to kill his nigga. Like, I want to kill Ghost. Like, I want to bring Kanan back from the dead. I want to do whatever. Like, there's so many different ways, but she didn't say anything specifically. And I know we've seen Omari specifically talk about 50. And my thing is this, like, what if this whole time the beef that Omari had with 50 was because he's like, you the head honcho, you're the executive producer, because it could be a chain of command. Omari's mad that like, you killed me off the show, and 50 being like, I'm just a music producer and I'm an actor. She killed you off the show. And then you probably feeling away, and now it's creating strife, but it's like, you got to understand the chain of commands when it comes to certain things. I don't know what 50's role is as the executive producer or as it pertains to whatever, or why Rick Ross felt the need to go viral this week. Like, you going viral talking about 50 Cent keeps him in the algorithm. Raising Kanan just ended their last episode season finale. He's got Fightland coming up. I don't know. Again, at the top of this episode, I played the clip of Rick Ross and him basically saying, like, I'm trying to go viral this week. Like, what's going on with your G-Unit sneakers? Like, the way it looks from now is just like you just did free promotion. You mentioned his sneakers and you mentioned his TV show. And so it's like, at the end of the day, bad publicity, good publicity, it's all publicity. At the end of the day, you still talking about 50 Cent. I don't get the 50 Cent Rick Ross thing, but just from what it looks like, I think that demonstration speaks louder than conversation. Rick Ross can go out, do his card things and do all his other things, but like every week, it's like Rick is saying something about somebody and then justifying the streams that go with it. I just know that the numbers that Rick Ross did with Set in Stone is nowhere near the numbers that 50 Cent is putting up with television. We comparing oranges and apples, and we talking about Eminem, white man, black woman. I don't even understand anything about that, but I will say that I'm pissed the fuck off knowing that Ghost didn't have to die. I don't know what we can do if he just, like, we got to find a way to get him back up in the mix with Tommy and Tariq. Like I said, this kind of just took a different trajectory, but y'all got to let me know what y'all think, like, about this whole situation. Ego, when it comes to writing in the writings room, like, people going viral and just all, like, this whole situation. I don't know if this made Rick Ross go viral or not, but it did make me wonder why the fuck they killed Ghost. Y'all gotta let me know what y'all think in the comments. If you really gang, bang that like button. If you like the vibe, subscribe. If you don't have good energy, keep your ass inside. You're tuned into the Tasmania Show with Taz Tikoon, brought to you by Tazzy's Baddies. Let's grow.
Tikoon running up the score, Tazzy's Baddies on the floor. And that ass is super fatty, call me Zaddy, throw some more. Super nasty, she a savage, slaughter fucker like a whore. Popping bottles, foreign models, Tikoon on the world tour. Shorty, what you bad for? Turn this to a hit-a-thon. Damn, all your bitches bad, tell them they can come along.